بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. I greet you on this, the 21st day of the month of Zulqa'dah, from here in London on a rainy afternoon with Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And this message is meant to the millions and millions in Pakistan for whom the moment of truth has arrived. We have said it and we repeat it again, that India won her independence from British rule 75 years ago. When will Pakistan win her freedom? Why is it that Pakistan remains tied by the neck, tied by the West, tied by Washington, tied by London, tied by the neck, and not able to win her freedom? Why is it that every ruler who rules over Pakistan has to be appointed in Washington? Why? Why is it that the International Monetary Fund must control Pakistan? Why? The answer is Pakistan is just too important, just too important. I have mentioned two years ago I was in Pakistan, and I referred to the prophecy in which Nabi Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam said in Urdu, the translation, Meri ummat barish jaise. मेरी उम्मत बारिश जैसे, मैं ये नहीं जानता क्या पहले बारिश बेहतर या आखिरी बारिश. My ummah is like the rain. I don't know which shower is better, the first or the last. And in my opinion, and I am past 80 years of age, and I've traveled extensively in the world of Islam. I have studied all my life. I've been studying in the path of Islam, and I have come to the conclusion, Allah knows best, that the last shower of scholarly rain, not military rain. Military rain, you go to the women of Afghanistan, the women of Afghanistan who gave birth to sons, were able to fight the Soviet Union, able to fight Britain, and then successfully fight the United States of America. What women are these? If these women were to get the freedom that the West wants them to get, will they ever be able to give birth to sons like these anymore? There are no women in the world of Islam comparable to the women of Afghanistan, and yet the Western world wants to free them. The Western world said they're slaves. No. These are the best women of the world of Islam because they gave birth to sons who fought the Soviet Union successfully, fought Britain successfully, and fought the United States successfully. They are incomparable. This is the last shower of military rain, but I'm talking about the last shower of scholarly rain. And I say it's going to come from Pakistan. Certainly not from the Darul Ulum, not at all. It'll come from Iqbal. Dr. Muhammad Iqbal. You refer to him as Allama Iqbal, but I say great men don't need titles. No, I refer to him as Dr. Muhammad Iqbal. It's because of his poetry that he succeeded in doing what nobody else could do. Imagine that. He called for a reconstruction of religious thought in Islam. Anybody else doing that will have their head cut off. And yet he survived. And from him, the best to have come is my own teacher, Maulana Dr. Muhammad Fadlur Rahman Ansari. And from Maulana Fadlur Rahman Ansari, Allah's blessings, I have emerged to do the work, the humble work I'm doing. And from me, mashallah, the internet has given me so many students. Praise is due to Allah. And I'm particularly proud of my students in Pakistan. That's not to say that I don't have students in India. and I don't have in Bangladesh. No, I do, but the Pakistani students are the one in whom I have the greatest hope of the last shower of scholarly rain, which will not come from the Darul Uloom. I am not the product of a Darul Uloom, and I'm proud of that. My teacher was not the product of a Darul Uloom, and proud of that. And Dr. Muhammad Iqbal was not the product of a Darul Uloom, and he's proud of that. It's not to say that the Darul Uloom is a waste of time. No. It is just that it is inadequate and defective. So, excuse me, this message is for Pakistan, which is now poised as never before to struggle for freedom. You did not get your freedom 75 years ago. You got partition from India. And if India had a better leader than Jawaharlal Nehru, a man with more religion in him, of the truth, the absolute truth that comes from Allah. If you had such a leader in India, leading the Indian National Congress, instead of Jawaharlal Nehru, you might not have needed partition. The two people would still be living together in coexisting peacefully. But India produced a secular nationalist who was essentially godless, really. Nehru didn't have any God in him. And that's why it was not possible for Muhammad Ali Jinnah, who led such a magnificent effort, such a disciplined effort, that up to the very last, Jinnah was prepared to live together with India in one state, but not Nehru. Nehru did not allow it to happen. And so you won your freedom from India. But that was not all. The Western world, from the time they allowed Pakistan to come into being, never allowed Pakistan to be free. Never. And so now that the struggle has now entered the last phase, with a leader Allah has sent to you, Imran Khan, we have great respect for him and great admiration for him, although we recognize he does not as yet have all the knowledge he needs, because the struggle for freedom in Pakistan has to be waged with the Quran. And Imran Khan and his leadership of of his party don't have that knowledge of the Quran. I was there 2 years ago. They never approached me. And I would not know knocking on their door. My message to you at this critical juncture in the history of Pakistan is that you have to wage a struggle, and even if it's going to last 100 years, you must not give up the struggle for Pakistan to be free. If Pakistan was free, then Pakistan will be doing what India is doing, building with Russia the same kind of relationship that Pakistan has with China. India does not have that relationship with China yet. Yet despite that, despite the fact that India has waged a war with China, yet India is in BRICS, which is led by China. This is the immense work of common sense on the part of India to pursue this foreign policy and to resist the West in this matter of Ukraine. Pakistan should have been following that kind of a policy to build with Russia the same relationship that Pakistan has with China. Who are those who are standing in the way? Who are those? Who are the Yankee puppy dogs who are standing in the way, preventing Pakistan from building that relationship with Russia that Pakistan has with China? These are the ones who are depriving you of your freedom. But the message I have to give you today, even if your leaders have to go to jail, even if Imran Khan has to go to jail, well, so too did so many of the leaders of the Indian National Congress. They went to jail. Yes. Gandhi went to jail. Gandhi was a better leader any day than Jawaharlal Nehru. If Gandhi was the leader of the Indian National Congress, there would have been no need for partition. If Abul Kalam Azad was the leader of the Indian National Congress, there would have been no need for partition. It was Nehru, because of Nehru, that the partition took place. And it's time for Indian Muslims and Indian Christians, and Indian Hindus to wake up and to get out of the brainwashing that you suffered all these 75 years. And so now then, even if your leaders have to go to jail, never mind. Even if they are killed, never mind. The struggle must go on. The struggle must go on until every Yankee puppy dog is removed. But how do you remove them? Take a lesson from Muhammad Ali Jinnah, your Qaid al-Azam. He waged a disciplined struggle for Pakistan. If you look at his record, you can see a record of immaculate discipline. You cannot put the blame for 1 million people being killed at partition at him. He is not to be blamed. It is Nehru who is to be blamed, not Gandhi, but Nehru must be blamed for the 1 million people who were killed at the time of partition. But Muhammad Ali Jinnah, may Allah bless him, waged a disciplined struggle. And the lesson that you must learn in Pakistan now, those of you who are resisting the Yankee puppy dogs, resisting the West, and seeking freedom for Pakistan, is that you must wage a disciplined struggle for freedom. You must wage a struggle that will be an example for the rest of the world of Islam. Because make no mistake about it, this ummah has to be freed. If when the Nabi Isa alayhi salam returns, when the Messiah returns, Jerusalem is to be liberated. When the Messiah returns, it is his ummah and the ummah of Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. These two will come together in a common struggle, and Jerusalem will be liberated. But for this ummah to be liberated, for this ummah to win freedom once again, it is necessary for you in Pakistan to set the example. I may not live to see tomorrow, but today I'm saying to you and reminding you, let your struggle be a disciplined struggle. Follow the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ in your struggle for freedom, and do not in any way depart from his way, because that's the way of success. Thank you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
As-salatu was-salam, 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 salamullah,